This video is part 3 of the week 10-11 programming assignment number 9. When we left off, we had just gotten up here to the call a getData method 3 times. So within that method, we want to prompt the user for values for each field for a bank account and return a bank account object to the main method where it is assigned to one of the main's bank account objects. So we have to write a getData method. There are many different correct ways to do this, but I am going to say obj1 equals get data, like that. The getData method does not take any arguments or parameters, but it does return an object of type or it will return an object of type bank account. So when you add a method, as you may recall, you can either add it above or below the main method. In Java, it doesn't matter which order you put the methods in. Some people like to put them alphabetically. Some people like to put them before. It really doesn't matter. But we're going to make it public. And because it's in the bank test account test class, we have to make it static, public static. It's going to return a bank account because that's what the instructions tell us to do. And we're going to call it getData, like that. So that's what the method header will look like. Now, some people like to write their return statement straight out of the blocks, but I frankly like to wait. So I'm going to create a bank account. No, I'll do that later. I want to prompt the user. There are, as you know, different ways to prompt the user. I will use a scanner in this case. I have no justification for why I chose scanner over JOptionPane. Either one would work fine. So I create my scanner object. Notice the red squigglies. That means I need to use my import. So I click on the add import to add that. And then I'm going to create some temporary variables. So I'm going to create a string num equals, oh no, can't do it yet. Hang on. I need to prompt the user to say system.out.println enter account number. And then I'm going to create my string num equals in.next. That will grab the next thing that the user typed. Now I'm a little bit lazy, so I'm going to copy these lines of code and I'm going to say enter account owner. And then here I'm going to create a little owner. And then on the next line, I'm going to say enter account balance. And here I've got to create a double. I'll call it amount equals in.next double. There we go. Now, I'm going to skip a line just to enhance readability. And I'm going to say, hang on, I skipped too many lines. I'm going to say return. I have to create a new bank account object. So here I'm going to say new bank account. And I'm going to create this object with the 3 values I got from the user above, num, owner, and amount. That will call the 3 argument constructor in bank account, and it will return the bank account and store it in obj1. I would like you to try to call that, the instructions say to call that getData method for, call it 3 times. The first object, the second object, and the third object. We are not going to initialize the 4th object just so that we can see what happens. So go ahead and do that, and we'll continue on with the next video in a moment.